China admits there is no plan B for the economy. Chinese President Xi Jinping seldom comments directly on the economy. Instead, he lets his premier Li Keqiang do the talking. Or she speaks through one of the regime's mouthpieces like People's Daily or Xinhua. On July 21, only 1 week after China published unexciting GDP figures, it was Xinhua which came out with a commentary on how important reform is for China, and that there is no alternative to short-term pain and long-term gain. China must push through reform, for there is no plan B, the mouthpiece states. The article is just a Xinhua commentary and didn't cite an authoritative person like the People's Daily usually does, but given the amount of control Xi personally exerts over the media, it probably had his blessing. The article espouses the reform narrative we have heard previously: market reform, sustainable growth model, innovation, consumer spending, supply-side structural reform, cutting red tape, etc. So we can assume that Xi and his premier still stand behind the reform agenda. What is called for is not temporary fixes. My government has resisted the temptations of quantitative easing and competitive currency devaluation. Instead, we choose structural reform. Xinhua quotes Premier Li Keqiang. The problem, as it is the case so many times with Chinese media and utterances from the Communist Party, is that the claims don't reflect reality. With respect to temporary fixes, China just created a record amount of credit in the first quarter, amounting to $712 billion in new loans. These loans did not go into the private sector, as Li claims, but broadly speaking boosted investment by state enterprises. Chinese shipbuilders, for example, reported a surge in orders by volume of 44.7% from January to June this year compared to last year. Private investment, on the other hand, only grew 3.9% in the second quarter of 2016, whereas total investment rose 9.6%.